What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, Casper's Kicks. Once again, appreciate y'all for stopping in and checking out the channel. Look, I know it's been a minute. I've been busy and just have not recorded anything, so trying to get back into the motion. So we are starting today with a review over a sneaker that just came out. Now, it's not an early review, but that is okay. I don't just cover early reviews. I do talk about shoes that recently released as well. So that is what I will be talking about today. So with me today, I have the Nike Dunk Low Vintage Red, which came out last week. So they actually just got to me yesterday. So doing a review over them for y'all. So yeah, let me know how y'all feel about these. But we're going to go ahead and jump into the review. Starting off with the box, of course. So we do have the regular Nike Dunk box, which is the all red with the white Nike lettering on here. So it does have that same white lettering all around the box. Alright, so jumping to the label. The label reads Women's Nike Dunk Low PRM. The colorway is white, team red, and coconut milk. This is a size 9 in women's, 7.5 in men's. I believe retail price on these was like $110 or $120, something around there. I don't remember off the top of my head. Now going to the inside of the box, you do have the brown cardboard color on the inside. These do come with one sheet of paper. So just one sheet of paper with these. And then going to the rest of the box, same thing, just that brown color on the inside of the box. Now going to the shoe, of course I'll give you that quick 360 again. So this is the, like I mentioned, Nike Dunk Low Vintage Red. Now the cool thing about this one is they have other colorways in this vintage dunk. Now they have a vintage green and I believe they have a vintage navy. I remember when the vintage greens came out. I don't remember when the vintage navies came out, but it's almost like they have like a little pack going. So maybe we'll get some more colors, maybe like a vintage orange or just some other, maybe like a vintage yellow. I don't know what other colors they could potentially come out with, but it would be cool just to see them continuing to come out with these various colors of this shoe. So starting off with the outsole, this is a regular Nike Dunk outsole in that team red colorway. You do have the Nike logo in the middle of the outsole right there. Get you up and close there. Yeah, that is the outsole. Now moving to the midsole, you do have a more, or not more, but a kind of sail-ish that give it that aged look to the shoe. So it does wrap all the way around that aged outsole. Of course, this is a vintage themed shoe, so sticking with that vintage theme to the shoe. There you go. Hopefully you can see it a little bit better now that the camera focused, but that does wrap all the way around the shoe. And I believe that's that coconut milk colorway, which gives it that more yellow, or just that's the name of the aged outsole, or not outsole, aged midsole that they're using with these. Now, moving to the upper, you have two different colors. You have that team red, and then you have a white colorway. So starting off with the team red, it does wrap around the toe box here, around the front there. And it is a leather material, and it does have that vintage look to it as well. Now, in my opinion, I think they did a really good job with the vintage leather look on here. Like when I opened the box and looked at the shoe, it really reminded me of something that was like older or just back in the day. Like it just had that vintage style, in my opinion. So I think they did a really good job with these. Now going to the white portion on here, it is leather as well. So you do have white around the toe box, and then white behind the Nike swoosh. The Nike swoosh is in that vintage red, or that team red colorway. But you do have the white there, and the white wrapping around the ankle here and on the back of the shoe, back on this side as well, and then right there as well. Now going to the ankle, which you just saw, you do have the Nike printed in that white colorway on the back of the heel. And then if we move to the laces, you do have, what these look like, kind of the coconut milk, that aged lace on here. Let me see if the camera will focus on it. There we go. Come on, camera. There we go. So it's got that aged sail lace look. And then you do have a white tongue. And then on the tongue tag, it is that team red and Nike with a white tag. So that is what we see there. Now going to the inside of the shoe. So you do have a paper shoe tree with these, which, like I mentioned lately, we've been getting all paper shoe trees. So no difference with these. And then on the insole and on the sock liner, you have like a corduroy type sock liner. And then, let's see, I think that, yeah, there you go. You can see the texture of the sock liner wrapping around. And then on the insole, you do have that team red insole with the white Nike logo on the insole. And then for production date on these, let me see if I can find the tag. It is September 14, 2022 to November 30th, 2022. So late last year, I lost my phone. I don't know where it went. My phone is somewhere on the floor. I don't know where it went. But that is the production date on these. So late last year, like I mentioned, that these are made. So that is everything with this. And I'm going to show all the other shoes as well, just so y'all can get an idea of what both shoes look like. But they look exactly the same. No major differences in the two. But of course, give y'all the quick 360. Now, of course, like I mentioned earlier, this is a size 9 in women's, and my girl has already claimed these as her pair. She said she wants them, so yeah, she's getting them. But this is a really dope shoe. I think this is something that I would wear if they had it in my size, but I believe the biggest they had was like a 12 in women's, which is a 10.5 in men. So unfortunately, I won't be able to, but I'm not tripping too much on that. Like I mentioned, it's a dope shoe, and the ladies get something nice that they actually can wear, and they have different styles or different colorways of the same style that they can wear with the vintage green and the vintage navy as well. So you can have your own little collection of these vintage dunks that Nike has been putting out. So let me know how I feel about these. This is a must cop. Is it a pass for you? I know like the vintage green and vintage navies, I think they're reselling for like somewhere in the 200 range, which is actually pretty good for a dunk. These they aren't at that point yet, but I would expect them to get up to that point, especially because it's a red colorway. People like the color red. So, you know, let me know how I feel about these. Is it a must cop? Is it a pass? Did you end up getting them? Let me know what your thoughts are on this shoe. So now let's jump into just some sneaker news that we got like 2 days ago, and this is over the Air Jordan 1 Union. So we actually got an updated look at this shoe, and it's very interesting. I'm not gonna lie. I think this is gonna be one of those shoes where just either you really like it or you just don't like it at all. Now, of course, we know about the first 2 Union Jordan 1s that they had. They do very well. The black colorway, and I think it's the Storm Blue, and I can't remember the black colorway, but they do very well. They resell for a lot. Like, a lot of people love that shoe, and a lot of people were interested in this Union 1 to see what it was going to look like, if it was going to be something similar to the original 2 that we got. Of course, it's not, and from just kind of seeing stuff on like Mr. Unloved One's Twitter, he had already mentioned that it wasn't going to be a shoe similar to what we originally got, which of course people were putting out mock-ups of the original just in a different color. But these are very interesting. I'll go ahead and put up a picture so y'all can see, but it's almost basically like a neutral gray Jordan 1, but it does have like this weave pattern going through the shoe, and it looks like it like starts at the toe box and just wraps all the way around the shoe. So this is going to be one that I feel like a lot of people probably won't end up liking just because of that weave pattern in the shoe. It's very unique. It does give the shoe its own touch, but at the same time, just people aren't going to like it, which, you know, it's okay. That's the cool thing about shoes, is you like what you like. You don't like it, it's okay. It's on to the next one. So this one will be interesting. I honestly, I don't know how it's going to do it. It'll just be one of those where we have to wait and see whenever they do drop. I think I'm going to try to get a pair. I don't have a pair of Union 1s in my size, so I'll probably try for these and see how they look in person. But I know a lot of people are going to be on the fence with these just because of how they look. So we're going to see whenever they do drop. But that is everything I have for y'all in this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Go and subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button, turn on the notification bell so you can stay up to date when I post new content. I should have another review dropping some point this week. I'm not sure. But as always, hopefully y'all enjoy the rest of y'all week. Stay safe and stay blessed, and I'll catch y'all in the next video.